Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Some of our top headlines for the day. A big announcement from EKU. We've got the details on that. Plus a high-speed chase into Madison County lands a juvenile in custody. And we're going to take a look back at the 2025 legislative session. We've got Sam in the Weather Center. We've had some crazy weather. Looks like we've got more on the way. Going to get an update on that. Plus Michael Watkins is in today with your sports report. That's all coming up. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, Eastern Kentucky University is now the largest regional public institution in Kentucky. That's according to the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education. As of the fall 2024, EKU led the state's regional public universities in degree-seeking student enrollment, reaching 14,565 students. EKU's growth is a testament to our commitment to student success, academic excellence, and community impact, said EKU President Dr. David McFadden. This achievement reflects not just rising enrollment, but also record-breaking retention and graduation rates. Students and families continue to choose EKU because of the unparalleled opportunities we provide, and we remain dedicated to expanding access, affordability, and innovation that drive individual success and economic growth across Kentucky. In addition to growing enrollment, the university reached a record high retention rate of nearly 80% from fall 2022 to fall 2023. From the fall 2024 to spring 2025 semester, EKU retained first-time students at a rate of 88.7%. One of the most impactful initiatives, EKU BookSmart, helps remove financial barriers by providing free textbooks to all degree-seeking students. With the average annual cost of college textbooks reaching up to $1,200, the program has significantly reduced student expenses. The university offers more than 100 high-demand degree programs designed to align with evolving workforce needs, equipping students with the skills and knowledge essential for success in today's job market. EKU's top awarded degree program, including psychology, nursing, criminal justice, aviation, and occupational science. Congratulations to EKU. Well, a high-speed motor chase that began in Laurel County ended in Madison County Thursday night, putting local drivers at significant risk. The 17-year-old is now facing serious charges after leading police on that dangerous pursuit that reached speeds in excess of 150 miles per hour. The incident began when Laurel County Sheriff's deputies attempted a traffic stop on a stolen Yamaha motorcycle in London. The teen driver allegedly fled, running through traffic lights and eventually entering I-75 northbound. The pursuit continued for over 24 miles, entering Madison County, where the reckless driver put local drivers in extreme danger. Authorities say the motorcyclist nearly caused multiple traffic crashes as he sped through the interstate. He was finally apprehended at mile marker 62 within the Madison County line with the assistance of Kentucky State Police troopers. The 17-year-old now faces charges including receiving stolen property, speeding, reckless driving, first-degree fleeing or evading police, and 3 counts, first-degree wanton endangerment. Well, after a busy few weeks for the Kentucky General Assembly, the 2025 legislative session was adjourned on March the 28th with a recap of bills that will affect public schools, manufactured housing, and income tax. Keith West files this report from Frankfort.
The gavel struck a sentimental note when it fell for the final time, as it not only marked the end of the 2025 legislative session, but it also marked the last official action of the Kentucky General Assembly at the state capitol, at least for the next few years. The granite and marble sentinel has stood watch over Frankfort for more than a century. However, the building will close this summer for a massive multi-year restoration project, and lawmakers will convene in a temporary structure on the Capitol campus during the project. Like most years, the historic building has played host to a memorable session in 2025, one in which lawmakers passed more than 140 bills and debated hundreds more over the 30-day period. A measure on tax reform carried momentum from the start as lawmakers voted to cut Kentucky's income tax rate from 4% to 3.5% beginning next year. Despite some criticism, the legislation won bipartisan support this session, and the governor signed the bill into law in February. As the weeks continued, bills on college diversity programs, workplace safety, transgender-related services, maternal health, Medicaid, and environmental regulations all won final passage following hard-fought debates in committee and on the chamber floors. The governor issued more than 24 vetoes on those topics and more. But in the end, lawmakers once again demonstrated the independence of the General Assembly, overriding virtually all of the governor's vetoes during a full day of floor proceedings on day 29. Before gaveling to a close on Friday, lawmakers sought to clear the decks of pending legislation and sent a final volley of bills to the governor's desk. Among them was Senate Bill 181, which calls on school districts to implement traceable communication systems for staff and volunteers to use when communicating electronically with students. Lawmakers also gave final passage to legislation on manufactured housing, House Bill 160. It would prohibit local governments from adopting or enforcing zoning regulations that treat manufactured homes differently from site-built homes in single-family residential zones. Both measures are headed to the governor with around 24 more bills, and the governor will have 10 days to sign them into law, issue vetoes, or allow them to become law without his signature. Lawmakers will return to Frankfort in June for the interim period, when lawmakers hold committee hearings on issues and consider proposals for the 2026 legislative session next January. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for that update from Frankfort. Well, a serious crash on New Circle Road in Lexington this morning sent 3 people to the hospital, including 2 road construction workers. The incident occurred around 10:40 a.m. on the outer loop just past Georgetown Road. Lexington fire officials report that a vehicle struck 2 road construction workers. Both workers were transported to a Lexington hospital for treatment. Their current condition is unknown. The driver of the vehicle sustained life-threatening injuries and was also taken to the hospital. Authorities closed the right lane of the outer loop past Georgetown Road and warned drivers of extensive delays in the area. The investigation into the cause of that crash is ongoing. Well, last Wednesday, Richmond police arrested a man accused of assault. According to the arrest citation, officers were dispatched on March 18th to a residence on Martin Drive in response to a domestic violence incident. At the residence, police spoke with Alan Williams, who said he had just gotten back from Lexington. He claimed to have had no contact with his girlfriend, but knew she was staying at a place up the street. The girlfriend, however, informed police that she was at a friend's home in Berea when Williams threatened to break down the friend's door if she didn't leave. The victim, the citation states, got into Williams' car where an argument continued. Fearing for her life, she tried to exit the vehicle multiple times, but was forcibly prevented each time. Williams, the victim states, drove back to Richmond at speeds occasionally exceeding 100 miles per hour. When they arrived in Richmond, the victim said she had to tear herself away from Williams to get out of the vehicle. While talking to the police, the victim agreed to file a petition for an EPO against Williams. On March 26, Williams was arrested on charges of first-degree unlawful imprisonment, first-degree wanton endangerment and harassment, and was taken to the Madison County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. The weather has been crazy. Looks like we are not done with that yet. We've got Sam in the Weather Center. Going to take a good look at that forecast coming up next.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV, Channel 9. Bad storms moved through the area last night. Looks like we're not out of the woods yet. Another system is set to move into the area on Wednesday. We've got Sam in the Weather Center with all the details.
Hi, thank you and welcome everybody. Yeah, we certainly had a number of severe storms here yesterday. Reports of trees down, report of a 3-inch or 3/4 of an inch of hail, not 3 inch, but 3/4 of an inch. And again, multiple reports of tree damage. So watch out for that if you happen to be driving around and see some of that. We had a few sprinkles out the door here on our Monday morning. Now things are quieting down briefly. We'll stay quiet through tomorrow, but then severe weather ramps right back up going through the middle part of the week. And we're going to just have round after round after round of storms tracking right along a ridge. And that will continue right on into Sunday. So daily storm chances here. And again, the severe threat right now is both Wednesday and Thursday, 2 separate rounds, but we'll continue to see storms. So certainly we could have additional concerns of damaging wind. But flooding is going to be likely with these storms training over one another. So what we have going on is a big high pressure that's going to set up here down across the southeast. You recall, things spin clockwise direction, and so we've got this conveyor belt of moisture. And as it continues to slide down over Florida, we get more in this favorable storm track for these systems to come up, and they're just going to be angling right out of the southern Mississippi River Valley and over us. So starting Wednesday, an enhanced risk, a slight risk over Jackson area, and then we also have a slight risk of severe weather going into Thursday. All modes will be possible. And so when we combine the threat of not only the severe weather, but the multiple rounds of rain, there's a marginal threat level 1 out of 4 flash flooding Wednesday night. And then we have a slight risk, a level 2 out of 4 with a moderate threat to our northwest. We're looking at 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches of rainfall over the next 5 days. A little bit less down to the southeast, but still significant. Check out these temps. We rebound a little cooler tomorrow, 60, but pleasant on our Tuesday. We're near 80 on Wednesday with that severe weather threat.
Thanks, Sam. And you can always stay weather aware with right here on WBON TV and the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. 100.7 The Coyote will get you to work and get you home by listening to the weather, traffic, all the updates there. And of course, you can always check out this forecast up on our website, WBONTV.com, and also on our Facebook page. Well, a Tennessee man is behind bars following a vehicle pursuit in Laurel County on Saturday night. Laurel police say that they observed 33-year-old Nathan Edwards driving erratically on I-75 before attempting to initiate a traffic stop. When an officer activated his emergency equipment, Edwards reportedly accelerated at a high rate of speed to flee from police. Multiple officers continued the pursuit until he attempted to exit the interstate, where he damaged his vehicle. Edwards then attempted to flee on foot into a heavily wooded area. Officers apprehended Edwards following a brief struggle. According to police, Edwards advised officers that he swallowed narcotics that he had in his possession. Edwards was later lodged in the Laurel County Detention Center, where he was charged with first-degree wanton endangerment, first-degree fleeing or evading police, first-degree operating a motor vehicle under the influence, first-degree possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, and numerous other traffic-related offenses. Well, another accident in Lexington earlier today. All lanes of East New Circle Road have now reopened following a tragic collision that claimed 3 lives. This afternoon, Lexington police have confirmed that both the inner and outer loops are now open, but urge drivers to continue to exercise caution in the area. The accident, which occurred near the 1100 block of East New Circle Road, involved a U-Haul truck and a construction van. Lexington Fire Battalion Chief Derek Roberts confirmed that the construction van caught fire after that collision, killing the single occupant. The U-Haul truck also had 2 fatalities. The initial reports of the collision and the subsequent arrival of the coroner at approximately 1 p.m. led to the closure of both the inner and outer loops of East New Circle Road between Winchester and Liberty Road. Lexington police are continuing their investigation into the cause of the crash, with the collision reconstruction unit working to piece together those events. A Clay County man is facing serious charges after allegedly firing a gun at 2 juveniles playing ball in a driveway. 54-year-old Timmy Madden of Manchester was arrested Saturday and charged with first-degree wanton endangerment involving the discharge of a firearm. The Clay County Sheriff's Office responded to a call on Crane Creek Road, where a man reportedly shot at 2 juveniles playing in a driveway. Upon arrival, deputies spoke with the caller, who stated that Madden pointed a .22 LR Heritage pistol out of his door and fired 4 shots in the direction of the children. Crucially, the caller also provided video evidence showing Madden firing the pistol out his door twice towards the juveniles. After viewing the video, deputies arrested Madden without incident. He's now facing charges for endangering the lives of those 2 juveniles. Well, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is requesting the public's help in the theft investigation. Officials say that the theft occurred at a business in southern Laurel County. 2 suspects were captured on security video. Police have identified the brown-haired woman as Victoria Ferris, who has a felony theft warrant on file. The identity of the other woman is unknown. If you have any information regarding Ferris's whereabouts and or the other suspect's identity, you're asked to please contact the Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. You can also email the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. That's laurelcountysheriffsoffice.gov with any information. Of course, all information that is shared will be kept confidential. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hickson Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nidad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings, and log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Well, a state champion was crowned for Kentucky high school boys basketball over the weekend. With a look back at that and more from the basketball landscape for both college and high school, we check in with Michael Watkins in the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
Good evening, everyone, and hope you had a great weekend enjoying some absolutely incredible postseason basketball. We are going to start today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report with a look at our Coyote Bracket Challenge. It's the bracket challenge we're doing with our media partner 100.7 The Coyote, and the standings after play wrapped up in the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. We have a tight race coming down the stretch where there are more than 10 different possibilities of winners depending on how things go in the Final Four next weekend. James King currently sits at the top, while John Napier, John Oliver, and Adeline Morton rounding out the top four. All 10 people in the top 10 predicted the Final Four correctly, with Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston, all the 1 seeds advancing to the Final Four for the first time since 2008, and it all comes down to who is in the championship game, who wins, and the combined score of the title game to decide who wins our grand prize. Going to be a lot of fun after next weekend seeing who wins our Coyote Bracket Challenge. If you'd like to see the current standings where you sit as we go into the final weekend, head over right now to WCYOFM.com. You can click on the big banner there that says Coyote Bracket Challenge and then click on the leaderboard to see where you sit heading into the Final Four. Well, a champion was crowned for the boys Sweet 16 and Kentucky boys high school basketball over the weekend, as well as Great Crossing, to nobody's surprise, won the championship. The Warhawks were preseason favorites and during the state tournament knocked off Davies County, Cooper, Montgomery County, and in the championship game, Bowling Green to win the championship. Malachi Moreno, the Kentucky signee and the younger brother of former EKU star Michael Moreno, won the MVP of the tournament, and it was a lot of fun. The Sweet 16 is fun for everybody. Saw a lot of folks that were at the Kentucky game over the weekend, made their way back to the state to check out the championship games and the semifinals that took place on Saturday. Congratulations to Great Crossing, and I know a lot of Madison Central fans will not be sad to see Malachi Moreno and Vince Dawson leaving the Warhawks program. Tonight on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, be sure to tune in as we talk about the end to the Kentucky basketball season. Plus, we'll look at the transfer portal and how it is affecting EKU basketball and programs like EKU. We've got all that and so much more coming up tonight at 6 p.m. as Samantha Burford joins me here on WBON TV. Looking forward to a great week, and hopefully some of this rain holds off and we can get some baseball and softball games on the airwaves for you. We got Model Madison Southern baseball tomorrow, Madison Central, Madison Southern softball on Wednesday, so a busy week ahead if the games can get in. For this Monday Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels! It's in here! Hey Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Well, we've waited almost a whole year for it, September of last year, and now it is back again. It is Tasty Tuesdays. That starts back up tomorrow, April the 1st. Of course, we'll have someone down there reporting, but a little preview of what you can expect for the first Tasty Tuesday of the year. It's going to be tomorrow from 5 to 8 at Irvin McDowell Park, just like always. Book Club pickup will be there. They're going to have live music by Colton James and a couple of the vendors on site, McAtoo, Dre's Catfish Bucket, the Chuck Wagon. If you want a little cookie, Beverly Ann's Cookie Truck's going to be there. How about some coffee? Travelin' Tom will be there. Also, Dreaming Creek and Chenault Vineyard. Also, new this year, Madison County's Farmers Market will be there as well. Have a wonderful afternoon. Of course, we'll see you right back here tomorrow, live at 5.